Hello, welcome back. Stone Soul, the Oracle of Subterranean Fires, claimed the Throne of Water. That's ironic. In the name of Python. Is that Oracle of... that's Agartha, isn't it? Throne of Water, okay. We do Wolven Winter, Reanimation. Found a site in Small Sea. I just searched for sites in Small Sea. Found an ancient Temple of the Deeps. This is a pearl and a water gem. There we go. I didn't actually Tiamat this province in the end. So I just manually searched it now and found a holy site. It's kind of interesting. Some battles. Were any of these interesting? Probably not. We missed all the things that we... So, I'll just look at the map again. Yeah, we put units into Abbey and Shade Forest and nothing attacked us in either of those provinces. So let's look around the map. Dardania got attacked by a Wraithlord Thug. Well, they're not much for Thug, just kind of a guy who casts Personal Regeneration and Soul Vortex. We almost get him with Province Defense. It takes a really nasty blow from a heavy infantry guy, light infantry guy. Let's see. 25. 16. He goes down to 11 at one point. Then he heals back up. Not really in any danger. Yep. So we lost Dardania over here. We also lost Divan, which is also a close one. We had those spirits of the forest, woodland spirits. This is quite a nice province defense as well. Got a heavy cav. The spirits really just wreck the water alley, which is cool. Can't beat skeletons though. Skeletons aren't affected by the ore and stuff, I guess. Do these have a life drain attack too? Heals strength. Yeah, so we lost Duvan. And he moved a stack off Renthale into Lama here. And the Thug stack that was in Lama is now on Flower Meadow. So nothing too interesting, it's just the Thug guy. A couple of units. Don't really do much about that. And then down here, you put Femoria under siege as well. With the Enraging stack. So all in all, there's still nothing too threatening, it's just not going where I would like it to. So yeah, that was battles. I think there was anything else that was interesting, let's see. We've moved in. I suppose that's something as well. So we moved into Wesh, we moved on to Azimar. Azimar's open already. There's nothing patrolling here or anything like that, so just watching these guys walk into Province Defense. The wolves are very good. I do like the wolves. So Azimar's under siege, it's already cracked open as well. It's only a palisades though, so that's not hugely impressive. And Wesh, same sort of story, there's nothing really here, so nothing much to see. We are in neutral scales here, you can see my basic Giants 14 protection. That's not amazing, is it? I really need the ice bonus. Look at the Draga though, they're pretty tough. Look at those imps, just from the 2 lifeline protections. So there's the battles anyway. Again, nothing too interesting, no big battles, just losing some provinces here and there. And taking those 2 in Makoni's territory. Events. Here's the one we've all been waiting for. A plague has struck the land. Empty cabins and rotting corpses litter the landscape. Population minus 16,660. So this is Black Death. It's pretty typical that Ramp will cast Black Death on your cap at some point. Our income has now been completely trashed, down to 1,700. Still got 137 recruitment points in the cap, which is something I suppose. But I assume we're going to get hit by Black Death again next turn. I actually think this is a stupid spell, by the way. Like, I really don't like it at all. It only requires death 5 and I think like 15 death gems or something. And it just guts your cap. Like, that's pretty much it. If you cast that again, we'll just won't be able to recruit giants because of the rec point loss. I'm really not a fan of that spell at all, but it's busted, so if you can cast it, you should cast it on every single high value fort you can, I suppose. We've got Forest Dome up, which I guess has a 30% chance to protect it. I would have really liked to be able to cast the Blood Dome. This is the one situation where it's probably really good to cast the Blood Dome up, since it's like, what, 70% protection? And the only thing I'm keeping in Nifl is my Pretender, who can probably fight off horrors. But yeah, just couldn't do it, so would have expected this. Desert Cliff Dwellers, people worshipping a false pretender, lost some dominion. Algold, more deadly yellow mold. We've had a lot of this, right? In various provinces. Worldwide event, there's still luck from the Throne of Fortune. Deadly disease in Shade Forest. Wasn't it also... No. We had a deadly disease down here last turn as well. There's just lots of Bane Venom Charms moving through my territory at the moment. And everything else is just fort messages. So he moved off Renthal, so the only thing sieging this now is Vinemen. So this fort is repairing. It's on 75 now. So this is fine. We're going to keep this. He's off New Springs. That's fine as well. I'm not really sure what his plan is. As anticipated, Ramp has also decided not to push in. You can see the stacks that were on our border have all just vanished. Can't even see anything in this drone. So yeah. That's, again, pretty typical for Ramp. Pull someone into a war, take the high value targets and just leave. He'll probably ask me for peace next turn, and then this poor guy is just fucked. We'll try and take back some of these provinces. We'll definitely try and get back Stone Heavens just because it's so high income. But we'll ignore Ramp for now. Just try and finish off this guy, and then we'll turn our attention to Ramp. Not much else we can do. Anyway, enough about that. Let's talk about us. Let's talk about what we're doing, instead of me just being constantly salty. I'll tell you what we're doing. Nothing. We're going to sit still for a turn, with few exceptions. Up here, this is the single Wraithlord that's like raiding, so everything in Bergen we're just going to roll out, just doing like spells that might kill a single large undead unit. Got lots of Dust to Dusts, some Final Rests, a couple of Maggots if those get off. The difficulty is that the Wraithlord is positioned very, very far back. So you can see it's like a long way from PD. So it's hard to kind of... They'll never cast any of these spells until the fight actually starts, but they're on advance and cast spells, so... Maybe I should have... It's tricky to know what to do with the units, because maybe they should be on hold and fire, so that the Wraithlord starts walking towards me, and then they're still on script. Because I worry that if they're on fire immediately, they'll walk forwards and then start chucking javelins, and then the Wraithlord will walk into range of them, and then still be out of range of me. On the other hand, if they all walk forwards immediately and then start throwing javelins, they might kill it while it's just standing there, and they'll be out of Soul Vortex range. So, I'm not sure what's best. I'm gonna go with fire. Let's just see if the javelins can do some damage. And I've also changed the script slightly in Barmy. I've got some Crystal Sorceresses who are gonna do some RLAs, since the Wraithlord doesn't have any shock resistance or anything, and it's only size 2. So these guys will drop some early as he attacks into my Bloodhunting province, and again I've also got the Death Mages doing Dust to Dust, and a couple of Horde of Skeletons for blockers. So we'll see if we can take care of this thing. And down here nothing is really happening. I'm just going to sit in Abbey and patrol. We've got these two little armies here. One of them might try to move into Abbey, expecting me to move out of it. So we'll see what happens there. Shade Forest, I'm just going to sit here, continue trying to defend the temple. None of these forts are actually particularly under threat, because he can't actually siege them down. So I don't really have any time pressure here. It's just obnoxious not having the gem generating provinces back, I guess. But the forts aren't that useful to me because I can't recruit mages anyway, because I've got no income. I think in my cap I'm recruiting a Gija, 1 Niffle Giant, I'm getting 1 Crystal Sork here, and that's it, right? I don't think I'm recruiting anything anywhere else. Maybe in Femoria? Oh, I can't see. Yeah, that's it. So this doesn't really hurt me. It's just annoying. I need to like take out one of these little stacks to free me up to actually reclaim the territory. But yeah, we'll just sit here and just defend and see what happens. Maybe he moves into one of these. We clip one army, and that lets us take back some of this territory without worrying about the provinces behind it getting raided. Over in Azimar, I'm going to storm the castle just with this H1 priest, and then there's the H1 priest underwater who's going to replace him in the actual army. So we'll just storm the castle with the priest just to see what's inside. I don't expect there to be much in here, but we might as well check before we storm. Because we've got this other stack here that could reinforce if we need to. And this stack in Wesh is just going to sit here and mostly pillage, but if you've got holy levels, you'll preach. We'll try and push some Dominion down here, it will help. We're doing another cast of Wolven Winter on Maconi this turn. Can't see the scales yet. Wesh is still cold 1. Maybe this is neutral currently, and another Wolven Winter will start pushing it more into cold. Who knows? It's late summer now, so we're going to go into autumn, so I think there's guys in Azimar preaching as well. Yeah, the Yols and the... yeah, what are you guys? Goads. These guys are preaching as well, so there's lots of preaching going on this border. It's tipping into autumn, and we're doing Wolven Winter on Maconi. So hopefully we push some coal down into this area. Other than that, not really doing much. Just going to wait for 1 turn. Possible that he expects me to just move straight onto Maconi, so he moves this stack off Renthail to take Wesh behind me. So we might kill a 4 Levine men for free as well by sitting here. But other than that, not sure what else. I don't think we're doing anything else. I'm forging 1 more lifelong protection though. Where's that? Femoria? Yeah. So we've got 1 in the treasury. Get another 1 made. There's a bug currently. This game just got patched yesterday. And there's a bug right now, a really funny one, where if anyone in the game tries to forge a unique item, then every other forging order after it in the turn resolution gets cancelled. So if anyone's forging any unique artifacts this turn, there's a chance that all other forging in the game won't happen. But fortunately it doesn't take away your currency or anything. It just doesn't give you the item. It gets delayed a turn. Which is funny, so we'll keep an eye on things to make sure we're actually forging and it's not just getting delayed constantly. And that's the turn. Drones currently look like this. A couple have been claimed without me looking, right? Water just got claimed by Agartha. It's a nice one. Blessed troops get 3 defense and then lots of water stuff. What else has been claimed? Bureaucracy we've seen. Life we've seen. Death we've seen. Fortune, nice one. Pearls and luck. We've got Outer Throne, which is more pearls. Under the Moon, Precision, that's my one, right? Yeah. Water, Iron Throne, Resources, and Adept of the Iron Order. And the Golden Throne, 200 gold and Adept of the Golden Order. There's the thrones currently. And I think that's it. I'm going to try and save up some gems. We might eventually hit Enchantment 7, and then we could cast Boat, and there's a lot of construction work going on next door currently, and I don't know if it's getting picked up on the mic, but that hammering is really annoying me. We can try and cast the Boat, and we can try and cast Gift of Health. But that's it for this turn. So that was turn 53. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next turn. Hello, welcome back. This game has been paused for about a week. I don't remember what was happening exactly. But this turn looks pretty rough. So I'm not sure... How did things get this bad? I don't remember being in such a weak position. I'm going to change tactics, I think. Yeah. What are we up to? Done some reanimation and some Wolven Winds. I caught some more blood slaves, that's good. We're making more lifelong protections. Battle in Forest I've gone. I'm going to be catching up on this turn, just like you guys are. Right, so we've got the thug guy walking around. That's right, we were trying to catch one of these armies, but he just isn't bumping into us. He's just taking all our provinces for nothing. So we need to reverse that trend. Had an undefended province apparently as well. That's not good. Battle in Dordania. Looks like we were attacking... Alright, we were trying to... We had a province capped by a Wraith Lord. We tried to catch that. Looks like the Wraith Lord's gone. This is like 1 point of province defense, and a random arrow kills this, Sork. He's bleeding. Was it a Sork or a Priestess? Yeah, the Sork. So that's incredibly unfortunate. Cradle of Life next, more raiders. This was the other raiding force that Makoni had. Yeah. This guy has gems but doesn't cast anything, right? That's pretty tough too. Deadly Disease, Bergamum, yep. Flame Venom Charm moving through my territory. Discovered lots of sneaking units. In Shade Forest. In Shade Forest and in Abbey, okay. What did we catch in... This was a Makoni scout, okay. And then there was one in Shade Forest that was cool because it was this weird Abyssian unit. Yeah. This guy's an assassin. Scouting my lands. He doesn't last very long though. That was Shade Forest. Yeah. Alright, and I think that's pretty much it for messages. So we tried pillaging, I remember. And we were pillaging this province. I thought that would give us gold, but it didn't. It just killed people. I thought this gave you gold as well. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to give you gold, so I'm not sure what I did wrong. Is it because we don't have a route to a fort now? That might be why, right? Yeah, that might be why. Oh, all these provinces are disconnected now. Oh, that sucks. So that's bad. And what else was bad? Oh yeah, we started preaching on Azimar. But I was preaching with the Jarl who had all of the units. So we unsieged this fort as well, which is really unfortunate. So this fort is currently under siege, but it has 100 strength, so it's back to normal. So all in all, pretty bad turn. We've disconnected these provinces. We've ceded loads of territory for nothing. We pillaged this province for nothing as well. It's 401 unrest and it disconnected anyway. And we unsieged this fort. So all in all, pretty bad turn. Upkeep cost for troops was 1,629 gold. I couldn't afford this and 6 units have deserted. I'm not sure who that would be. Sacred units never desert, right? I have that in my mind. I feel like it wouldn't be the giants, it would be like the Godi Huskal guys, I guess. Maybe I'm wrong about that. But I think that's it for messages. There's no like events, so it's so hard to scan this. There's no events. Kind of interesting. Yeah, so this turn, okay. We were trying to defend these provinces hoping he would move into them. He never does. This is the Thug army. So I'm going to change tactics. This is going to get split up a bit. I'm going to merge some into Rimire and then some are going into Lama. So Rimire is going to have the Godi Huskals and stuff that's currently in Dordania, plus 2 of the Jarls who are spamming Frozen Heart. The Frozen Heart spam should protect us against the big Thug guy. And then the mages and the Godi Huskals can help clean up the giants, I guess. Might be tricky, I'm not sure. We might need more units. But these guys are Horde of Skeleton spammers, right? They are not. They are Vinara spammers. This army's kind of weak, but maybe the Jarls will just... There's 20 points of province events here as well. Maybe the Jarls will just Frozen Heart the commander to death and then the army will rout and that'll be fine. But based on his past behaviour, it seems more likely he's either going to attack Bergamum or Nifl, since he likes moving through forts. So this... At least this puts an army together for us. The rest of that stack is going to go to Lama. It's mostly the Rimveti and a couple of mages. So they'll start trying to take back territory in this region. And I'm splitting off 3 of the mages to go to Ironport to pick up lifelong protections. So we'll have 3 more mages who have lifelong protections to join up with some stuff going on over here. So we'll have 1 army here to move around, 1 army here to move around. We've got these guys just staying put to defend Shade Forest with the temple. I assume eventually he'll move into it, I don't know. And then all the skeletons and the ghouls and stuff are going to break siege in Rinthale. There's quite a lot of stuff here as well. So this stuff can start taking back territory here as well. The Long Dead can go underwater and help this guy take back these provinces. So it's time to start moving around more in my territory and keep everything connected instead of seeding so much. I was just hoping that he'd move into my stacks and I'd win, and then that would be it. This would all wrap up and I could just concentrate on this. But that clearly isn't going to happen, so let's just chase him around and build up. As long as we've got 3 armies that can move around and he's got 2, then eventually we'll be holding all our territory. This car's still under siege, but he's not doing any damage, so it's just annoying more than anything. We'll take all this back. Same stuff on Azimar. I'm going to split this up. I'm going to take this territory if I can. This is slightly risky, I guess, because I can't see any of this, so he might be moving stuff towards this fort. But some giants and some skelly spammers are going to beeline. Some stuff is going to... what's this? Bagaloth. And then the 2 woods gets this stuff. So it's all splitting up to take all this stuff. I'm just going to leave a skeleton in the... Is this a skeleton? Yeah. In the garrison to maintain the siege. So we'll take all this and then just move straight back onto Azimar. Actually, wasn't that something I did? Didn't I? Yes. Oh, okay. Got to watch this one. We stormed Azimar with a priest to see what was in here. It's quite a lot of stuff because there's quite a lot of mages here, all who have fire gems. This guy. Maybe not all. Quite a few of them. The big guys certainly do. So I imagine that the gate is just going to get clogged up with like tons of fire elementals, which might be tough, and it's quite a lot of units too. So I feel good about storming this, but unfortunately I unsieged the fort, so I can't storm it anyway. But I think since it's cold too currently and we'd have Grip of Winter up, I think a lot of these guys would get fatigued pretty quickly. I don't think they have any sort of cold resistance. They'd fatigue out pretty fast, I think. And it'd just be a case of making sure we kill these guys without dying, and then making sure we get through the wall of fire release. I think we could do that with what's there, but like I said, we accidentally unsieged the fort, so let's just take this territory and then move back and then try again. Big stack in Wesh is now going to move on to McConey. This is currently cold too, and I'm casting Woven Winter on it again. And then we'll see what this area looks like. Currently, scouting report is currently 110 enemy units. We don't have much more than that, but again, our troops are much higher quality than his, I assume. We've got the Jarl, the giants, we've got the Draugr, we've got the wolves, and then we've got, you know, a Howl caster, a relief caster, we've got anti-magic, Grip of Winter. We've got 2 lifelong protections spawning imps. And we've got the big guy as well. We'll be on the back lines. So again, we can ping the fort here and see what this looks like next turn. I might as well just push into this guy and just try and fight him. Because I feel like if I can't kill this guy quickly, then I become irrelevant anyway, don't I? Because what I need to do is I need to take this stuff off this guy, push him out of the game, and then move back over and take stuff back from Katirs. Because it's currently, what, turn 54? So we're getting towards the end game now, so I need thrones. If I can't just strangle this guy and take his shit quickly, then it doesn't matter, does it? Like, I'm irrelevant anyway. So let's just push in, and we'll just YOLO storm McConey when we can, I think. Maybe try and take some of this territory around just to make sure we've got a retreat route. But we'll ping it, and if it looks really rough, we might wait till these lifelong protections get down. Because 5 lifelong protections in the army will be 10 imps every turn of battle, which is not insignificant actually. But that's about the only like new force I can really bring over here. That and merge the 2 armies, I suppose. So we'll just try and push in, try and knock him out, try and take this territory quickly. Because if we can't, then it doesn't really matter, does it? I think that's the turn. God, our income is dreadful. We really need to link up this territory. We need to take stuff back. We were on like, what, 3,500 or something a couple of turns ago? We got nuked on our cap, and then I played this part of the war really poorly, didn't I? I guess you shouldn't put too many eggs in hoping that like you can get an army to bump into you. I guess that's a mistake. Oh well. Anything else happening? I think I'm forging some, not just the lifelong protections, but also some Shrouders of the Battle Saint. So we'll have Gauges who are blessed in addition to Warning Imps. Alright, I'm going to check the video before I submit, but that was 10:54. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.